You know, there's a time that you come to where you feel like you're trying to make the best decisions possible and you're trying to navigate things in a direction that makes the most sense and that really is going to have the impact in life you're looking for it to have. And sometimes you have to just take a moment and get some feedback and do some reflecting and realize that there actually is a better direction to go. That is here. So something I've really been trying to niche down because I realize that out of all the things I want to do and accomplish, I can't serve everybody, everything all the time. And so I took a big step and I really tried to break things out and identify who belongs where, who really cares about what. And I was going to hone in on chillers and VRF. At the time, I really had a perception that the VRF community was pretty comparable to the chiller community within our community here. I now understand that that is actually not true. So I ran a poll. Why do you look to HVAC time as a resource? Where is the benefit for you with this community? And overwhelmingly, we're talking 80% across all 4 platforms that I really push and service right now, which is YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. All of you heavily showed chillers. Chillers is it. And there's actually some really good points made that there are some VRF resources out there. Not only are there other creators covering that particular topic, I'm not the only one, but there are other resources. Like there's a level of tech support that chillers doesn't have. There's a level of education. There's a level of being able to access the documents. There's a level of being able to do a lot of things that the chiller side just doesn't offer. I recognize that. So I'm making this video to say I have heard you, and I'm sorry that I've put so much recent focus into VRF. So one of my thought processes was I've spent a lot of years talking a lot about chillers, and I haven't really fed the VRF community that much. I've just given small tidbits here and there. So my intention was let me really invest into the VRF community for a little bit and help those guys on that side of the fence, right? And a lot of you have been very patient and you've waited and you don't care anything about VRFs, not really. You don't touch them, you don't see them, and you've patiently just waited your turn for me to come back around to the chiller side of things. And being the fact that quite literally 80% of the audience is here for chillers first and maybe VRF second or whatever, is a very strong indicator to me that that was a off-track decision and that wasn't in your best interest. And I'm sorry. And also appreciate you being willing to be patient with me as I figure this out. So what I'm going to do, I have really been discussing things and reevaluating. Okay, so what does that mean? So what's the next step? HVAC time will be the chiller place. It will be the home for chiller support in every way, from education to just getting literal physical support to you. So that being said, all VRF material is going to be moved to a new home. And this, you'll start to see this process. It'll be a transition process. But I'm not stepping away from never doing VRF stuff again. I've still got the troubleshoot guides. I've still got things in development on the VRF side. But I want to give the VRF individuals their space where they can really, everything is about VRF there, and this space inside of HVAC time will be everything to do with chillers. And this is going to be the primary specialty that I provide support and help in going forward. So right now, as it stands, there's four different channels. There's the HVAC Time channel, there's the HVAC Time Service, HVAC Time Podcast, and HVAC Time Shorts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the HVAC Time Service channel. It's got some chiller stuff on it now. I'm going to bring that chiller stuff back to the main channel here, and you're going to see it post on this channel. Then all the VRF stuff is going to be moved over to the HVAC Time Service channel, and I'm going to rebrand it for HVAC Time VRF. And that will be its new standing. For now, I will leave the podcast channel alone. I'm not at a place to really dive back into that, so it'll just kind of be there until I've gotten to a place where I can do it again. I've got ideas, but right now it's not my focus. And I will also leave the shorts channel. I don't plan to recombine that in any way. I think it needs to be its own thing, its own space, and it was negatively impacting the main channel here when I posted all that here at this channel. So that was a big part of moving that into a entirely different environment so that the two didn't fight, because that's what it turned into. When you looked at the numbers, the analytics, the long form and short form were conflicting with each other in terms of how it got used. Anyway, so that's my plan. This is what we're going to do. I'd love the feedback. With that, yeah, be looking to see a migration of the VRF stuff. It'll take me weeks to really get all this reconfigured and reset up, but this is the plan. And it's gonna be a lot going on this year. This year is gonna be interesting. I'll have more announcement as more stuff comes up to give you just kind of some ideas. I'm expanding my consultation, so if you need consulting support in person, you need to reach out to me as soon as possible to try to book things, because my year is booking up very quickly. What that would mean is me literally working a deal out with you. I'll come on site, whether it be for training or troubleshoot a repair or whatever, and help you guide through that process. So if that's something you could be interested in, move quickly, because I've got quite a few requests stacking up on that side of it. Now, the other thing is I'm preparing to launch a course, a legitimate industrial-based, from somebody with hands-on course, where I will take and walk you through the principles of chillers and centrifugals, and just really build it out to be a fully well-rounded thing. Now, there's going to be more details on that releasing as soon as they're ready. I'm actually really looking to move quickly on that, in addition to continuing to develop the troubleshooting guides themselves and getting more of those out there for your support. We've got more in the works. They require a ridiculous amount of energy and effort to bring to life. You know, I know some people have an opinion that they're not really useful or necessary and whatever, and that's fine. You're welcome to that opinion. I can tell you though is go purposefully try to replicate what we're doing, and it won't take you long to realize the level of work and intensity it takes to make something like this exist. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot. This is gonna be a big year for the HVAC Time community, and we're just getting started. Busy season hadn't even hit yet for everybody, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking to be here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. MTT, make the time for your spouse, for your family, for your kids. Be there for them. Listen to them. Make sure you're taking care of their love tank in the process. I'll see you all around.